Hello and welcome to Hancryptoguide. Hopefully the first of many, and this channel is going to be tailored to those who don't know much of crypto, don't have the time to research, and this is basically for the moms, for the dads, for those who just don't have the ability to understand this huge complex world of cryptocurrencies. I'm going to start off with security. And this video actually was inspired by a Telegram chat with the animal farm, and we'll dive into that later, hopefully. Basically, there were hundreds. There was actually more than 1,000 individuals on this Telegram video chat, and I just made a comment of the importance of security. And the reason why I bring this up to all these viewers was because I constantly see and I read and I come across many individuals that have been hacked, scammed, manipulated into giving up their seed phrases to scammers, and the list goes on. And man, the money starts adding up. People have put in thousands of dollars all across the world into investing into a cryptocurrency. A lot of folks that have no means to really give up their hard-earned money, and they take the chance into cryptocurrency because they can't trust their government in the current currency or their financial economic situation. So it's really important to start off right, and it is extremely important to secure yourself and to follow the absolute extreme security measures. So let's dive right into it. First, I'm going to go ahead and explain exactly what is a hard wallet. Well, this is a hard wallet that hasn't been opened yet. This tool, this device that I'm carrying, that I'm holding right here, is the mechanism that will store your seed phrases for you, right? That doesn't mean you don't want to store or physically write your seed phrase and store it in a really safe place. This is so that you can access your cryptocurrencies. And today I'm actually going to be tailoring this video to those who need to migrate from a hot wallet to a cold wallet, which is one of these guys. Now, why am I going to start off with that? Well, the main reason is because a lot of individuals, especially in the Dripnetwork and the piggy bank, have locked assets. Now, if you are in the Dripnetwork and you have a locked liquidity in the faucet, you cannot just jump out, change your wallet, change your address, and think you can start fresh. No, that liquidity is locked there forever until you max out that account. With the new asset pool, that the piggy bank, same thing. Once you time lock your assets, you're donezo. You can't do much about it. And it's really important. The moment you get yourself out of the hot wallet into a Trezor or a ledger, which I do have en route, by the way, I will be making a video on that in the near future once I get that. Then you're basically safe, or you at least have that extra level of security. There is a chance, if you're doing a migration, that you have already been compromised. So just keep that in mind. I'm going to explain methods of how you could protect yourself even further if you're doing this migration. The number one advice I can give to anybody is to have 2 Trezors if you're doing a migration. The reason being, we're going to use the first Trezor for our time lock stakes, or for whatever assets that we have. Let's say we're waiting on an airdrop. If you're into hacks, for example, and you've done a sacrifice, well, you can't just give up your wallet. You're going to have a method to transfer those assets to a Vault wallet, which is going to be the second wallet that I'll be advising, hopefully. So here, let's go ahead and start off. The first step is basically to go to the main website and buy the Trezor, buy the hard wallet directly from Trezor itself. Okay, this website is trezor.io. Links will be in the description below. so no worries on that. But it is Trezor.io. You want to buy it straight from the manufacturer. Do not buy from a third party. Please, I urge this. And the reason being, these guys are really, scammers they have their ways, and you do not want to get in the mix with these guys because they will figure out a way to strip you naked. They will do everything they can to just clean your house. So, why you don't want to buy from a third party? Well, they have found a way to infiltrate this and sell it on, let's say, Amazon, for example. And once you plug in your data and information, it's a goodbye, because now they have access to it. So please buy directly from the manufacturer. Do yourself a favor. Go to Trezor.io. But once you're on this website, go ahead and click on Get Your Trezor. Now, you do have two options with Trezor. You have the Trezor Model 1 and the Trezor Model T. Trezor 1 and Trezor Model T. There are slight differences. This is Trezor Model T has a touch screen. You do have access to XRP, some other cryptocurrencies, but security measures, they're both identical. You're not actually giving up security. So keep that in mind. Plus, the biggest difference between the two is the price. Yes, the price is huge. So let's go ahead and click on Get Your Trezor 1. This is starting at 70 USD, okay? Versus, which is a big difference here, check this out, versus the Trezor Model T, you're looking at 215 USD. Security measures, exactly the same. If you're doing a migration, you're gonna need two of these anyways, right? So save yourself the money. It's a little bit extra, a little bit more tedious as far as clicking on the Trezor one, but super friendly, or user friendly, I should say. Not that complex, not that complicated. Go ahead and click on Get Your Trezor 1. Once you're here, you have two options. You have black and white. I do currently have two Trezors. I do have two Trezors that I've been using on a daily. So I have two black ones. This one in particular, I actually wanted to change it up a little bit. So I got the white one. Whatever your preference is, doesn't really matter. They're both the same. Go ahead and click on 2 if you're doing a migration. Now, if you're not doing a migration, I would still advise on getting two Trezors. One could be used as your vault that you don't really use on the daily. The second could be used for your daily, whatever transactions you're doing, whatever currencies you're interacting with. And then once you're settled, you could then transfer that to your Vault wallet, which would be just that extra level of security. So once you're here, if you are in the United States, shipping's actually not that bad. It does deliver within 3 to 5 business days. And you are ordering it from the Czech Republic. So check this out. When you do the purchase via Visa or MasterCard, it might actually flag as a fraudulent activity on your account. So you might have to contact your bank or your method of payment and clear it. I did receive an email and I had to clear it through the email. It was pretty quick, wasn't that complicated, but I was able to get that transaction cleared through. So once you're here, you then want to hit continue. There are additional things on their website if you want to add on. I personally like to save the money. I don't find the necessity of going extra, but you could. In the future, if folks want me to dive in, we'll figure it out at that point. But go ahead and click continue. If you are in the US, great news, it is free shipping. And the reason being, although you are buying it from the Czech Republic, they do have distributions here in the United States. So that's another reason why you're getting it in such a fast period of time. So don't be shocked when you see your delivery or who you received it from. It might say Arizona. At least that's what it said for me. But don't be shocked when you see that. It's standard protocol, standard procedures. So go ahead and click continue, fill out your information, and then hit pay, credit card, Google Pay, Bitcoin, Litecoin. I went and used the credit card. It will take you to a third party, completely safe. It's been used. It's been experimented with. You're in good hands. As long as you're buying it directly from the source. Okay, so once you have that, 3 to 5 days, you're going to receive your package. Okay, now for the sake of a migration, I am going to have to download MetaMask fresh for you guys. I'm going to expose it, so this is just going to be for the tutorial guide on how to. All right, so here, once we go to this website, this is MetaMask.io. This is going to be the interface, folks. So a lot of you might actually already know what this is, but for those who don't, this is going to be the interface to connect me to the blockchain. Now, my seed phrases, which is going to be my password, the password is stored in the blockchain. MetaMask is going to be the tool that will get the seed phrases and access it once I give it authorization, okay? Which is why it's considered a hot wallet. This will be stored on Google Chrome. Okay, so let's go ahead and install MetaMask. Go ahead and get this one. I think this should be good. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click on install. I'm doing this strictly to just get us situated, so that way I can show you an A to Z guide on the migration. So I'm going to go ahead and add extension, and right here it shows confirmation. It is downloading. Shouldn't take too long. Number one rule of thumb is not to oh, there you go. So it's downloaded, it's ready to go. Number one important measure is not to expose your seed phrases out in the public. What that means is if you have it written down, don't place it on your computer desk. Don't give anybody the opportunity to take advantage of you. I mean, there are exploits everywhere, and folks are getting taken advantage of, and it's absolutely sad. It breaks my heart, and nobody deserves to lose their money, especially your hard-earned money. You work your ass off for it. Don't give anybody that satisfaction of stealing your wealth. So let's go ahead and we will click yes, let's get set up. Never ever use this feature here, and I hope and I pray that nobody that listens to these tutorial guides, or any crypto for that matter, do not ever use MetaMask and use your secret recovery phrase and import a wallet through MetaMask. The reason being, anytime you type your seed phrases or place it on a keyboard or take a picture or put it on a cloud service, you are at risk. Keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and create. Read this, go ahead and read it. They do not share any of your data, but there are still methods for scammers and hackers to infiltrate MetaMask. So go ahead and click I agree. We're going to make a fake account, or just an account for this tutorial. I have read, put, and there's going to be a video. This is actually a video. You can watch it. It basically breaks down the importance of security and your secret recovery phrase. So go ahead and watch that. We're going to skip that for now. Now, secret recovery phrase. The moment I click on this, it's going to reveal my secret phrase. Again, what you're going to see on my screen is not my personal secret phrase, right? I would never ever do that. This is only for the sake of education, and I am showing you guys step-by-step tutorial. So here I have all 12 seeds. Now all of these, I'm going to physically write them down. It will do as I say, not as I do. I'm actually just going to put it on my notepad on my screen, just for the sake of convenience. But what you do with your security phrase, you physically write it down, folks. Take that secret phrase and hide it, store it, put it in a safe, lock it up. Don't expose it to anybody. Okay, so once we have that written down, I'm gonna go ahead and click next. Then you're gonna have the test. This is your quiz. In order for you to activate the account, they want to make sure that you have the correct phrase. Otherwise, you won't have access to it. Cool. So now that we have that situated, okay, now here we have our account. Now here on the top, it's going to show account 1. This is going to be NFC. Now, why this is important, we're going to go ahead and do our box opening, right? We're going to show you how to open this Trezor. And once we have that set up, I'm going to show you how to download, and we'll go from there, right? So let's get started. Let me just go ahead and make this screen a little bigger for you guys. You can see it, and there we go. All right. So here is the box. Now the box should come in with two security tapes. Oh, there you go. Two security tapes. Now these security tapes, if they were tampered with, it will actually visibly be shown. You cannot remove this and put it back together. It's physically impossible. And what I love about Trezor is that they actually make it so that you have to rip the box open. This is beautiful, folks. So they make it so that, hey, if this box was tampered with, don't use it, right? So this is me opening two Trezors. I did try my absolute best not to destroy them, but hey, this is it. I mean, the moment you open this package, you got to rip it open, and there's no going back. So you're going to have a plastic film on the original package, right? So let's go ahead and rip this up. All right. There it is. So once you have this, shows just this is okay. So I did order the white one. Barcode, they all should be the same. If you have, let's say, two blacks, this barcode will be the same either or. And go ahead and open it. Again, this is real tedious to open. This is a little harder than the last ones. And this is just to show you that if your package did come by and it showed that there was any tampering with the box, do not open it or do not use it. You can contact Trezor and they would refund you, send you a new one, and they'll actually investigate to see whether or not how that happened. Okay, so what's in the box? Let's go ahead and move this aside. All right, so here you got yourself a little keychain hook, you got a USB port, and your Trezor. All right, in the box you do have two Trezor pamphlets. You could put your personal recovery seed phrases in these. I have a different method. I will not share that on video, but there are many ways you can save it. Physically write it down. Don't put it on a digital device. Do not take a picture of your seed phrases. Do not send it to your cloud service. Just do not have any electronics that carry your recovery phrase. This is the only device that will have my recovery phrase, and there are security measures within this that will protect your recovery or your seed phrase, pardon. So this is it. Real small plastic. Almost looks kind of cheaply made, but it works wonders. It works amazing. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug this in. Make sure it's going in. Bam. Okay. Now go ahead and plug this into your device. All right. So once I'm plugged in, you're going to see on the device itself, it's actually going to direct you to the website of where it wants you to go. Let's go ahead and put this. They actually have a couple of goodies in here. Let me just show it to the video. They got some stickers, pretty cool. Nothing more important than the actual device itself, but regardless. Anywho, so here, let's go ahead and shrink this bad boy just a tad bit. Let's go. Yay. All right. So we have our account. Now on the device itself, it's actually going to direct you to go to suite.trezor.io. All right, let me just confirm. Actually, here it shows on the website, I'm going to stand corrected. Dates. trezor.io/start. It's verifying. Okay, so this is where it would take you on the actual device. It says trezor.io/start, which is the same as suite.trezor.io. Both takes you to the same exact website. So here, what you want to do, you want to install the application. Now, when you're on this website, you have these options. You can do Linux, Mac, and Windows. Here, I do have Windows, so I'm going to say Git. Now it's downloading. Here, once this download is completed, you're going to go through the Trezor Suite setup. Go ahead and click install. So let's go ahead and say run Trezor Suite. All right, so here you are. So security check, go ahead and click on setup. This does not take too long. You want to install the firmware. So it's updating my Trezor. Currently, let me just make sure. There are going to be some prompts. Right now, it's showing me that it is installing the new firmware to my Trezor Suite. So that's absolutely normal. Go through the steps. Shouldn't be too long. All right, perfect. So now it's going to ask you to connect or reconnect your device. At some point in the past, you were actually given the prompt to hit the 2 buttons on the Trezor wallet, but now you just have to unplug and plug back in. All right, so it actually made me plug back in twice for it to launch. So let's go ahead and click continue. Okay, so if you're doing a migration, you are going to select recover wallet. If you do not need to migrate, this is the step that you would be taking. Now, I am going to explain further later in the video, or at some time in the future. I might have to make something specifically for those who are starting off fresh into crypto without having the need of migrating into through a recovery wallet, but we'll get into that later. This is specifically for those who already have a hot wallet. So we're going to go ahead and click on recover wallet. Now, if you did start off with Trust Wallet or MetaMask, they only give you a 12-word seed phrase. If you're doing creating a new wallet from the actual device itself, it will give you the ability to have a 24-word seed phrase. That is huge, guys. I mean, you're basically minimizing any risk of getting hacked or scammed. Please, the importance of having a Volt wallet. That's why we're doing the 2. Okay, so let's go ahead and select. So here we're going to do a standard recovery. Enter your for you individuals listening, you are going to do the advanced recovery. Please take that back. You are going to do the advanced recovery. What that means is you are going to input the seed phrase into your hard wallet. Now, why? Because we do not want to have our seed phrases linked or attached to any digital device. We do not want to use our keyboard to plug in. If there was malware, if there was a keylogger, you don't want to be compromised. All right, folks. So on the device itself, it's actually going to have you select confirm, and you're going to go through the prompts in inputting your seed phrases. Now, the duration of this video is already quite long. I'm going to go ahead and pause, and I'm going to go through the steps, word for word, shrimp, trend, swing, and so on. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video now, and I'll see you back when I have that recovery phrase inputted. All right, that was quite tedious. So we had finished and completed the uploading of your seed phrase and to your Trezor wallet. Now you want to set further security on your actual Trezor itself. So this is to access your Trezor. This pin here is what you're going to select. So that pin, confirm on your Trezor wallet. Go ahead and select confirm. Now you're going to set a new pin. Again, the display is going to be similar to how you had it Previously, where you had the alphabets correspond on the Trezor wallet to the actual dots on the screen. So here, for simplicity, we will use 1, 1, 1, 1. So 4 ones, just for simplicity's sake. I do advise you guys not to use something as simple as this. Go ahead and throw in some complex digits. You can add 5 or 6. For this sake, I'll just put the 4 just for ease and use for this video. Go ahead and enter pin. Now we're going to select 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 ones. Bam. Now it's verifying. Okay. Pin change successfully. Continue. Okay. Now that you're on this phase, we're almost there, close to the conclusion of the Trezor setup. So here we're going to select, so most of you folks that are in the Drip network and on the Binance Smart Chain, on the Drip network, which is on the Binance Smart Chain, you're going to notice that it's not on here, which is no problem. I'm going to help you set that up. We're going to deselect Bitcoin. And the reason being, you want to stick to what you're using. Not necessary if you're not using it. If you do want to reactivate any one of these, you can in the future at any point. You can just plug it in and modify what you have. So we're going to select Ethereum and complete setup. Now here you have the option editing name, change your home screen, and so on. We're just Access Suite, standard wallet. And there you have it. We have your wallets all set up. So you want to make sure that you have the right account. So let's go ahead and click on accounts. So I don't use the interface of Trezor Suite. I find it quite, I guess it's not my favorite. It's not my cup of tea. I do use MetaMask as my interface, which is what we'll do here shortly. So you just want to make sure that your account is your account, right? So let's go ahead and click on accounts. Go ahead and say receive and show full address. And there you go. This is it. So it's showing a 38FC, which is the account that we created earlier. It's going to ask you a prompt on your Trezor to hit confirm, just so that you can exit out of this. Click confirm. And now let's go back to Google Chrome. On this site, so here, the next step, you want to go to this website called suite.trezor.io/web/bridge. And once you have that inputted, you just make sure that, okay, so yeah, you don't necessarily need that last /. I just want to make sure. This right here is going to be an extension or the bridge that's going to be playing in the background of your Google Chrome to have that operational. So you just want to download the latest bridge. So here I am on Windows. I'm going to go ahead and click download. And this right here will be playing in the background of my Google Chrome. So let's just go ahead and finish this download and complete. Okay, so now it's asking me to disconnect my Trezor. Hit OK. I'm going to complete the installation. Next. Close. That's all done. Now the next step, the fun step. So here we currently have a hot wallet, right? This is our hot wallet. This is our original wallet that you started off with. And the next step is actually to delete this wallet off your account. You don't want this anymore on your MetaMask. So what you're going to do is delete your MetaMask extension. So what that means is we're going to go to manage extensions. We are going to delete this. Okay, so now if you're doing this migration, you have to make sure you do this step. I'm going to select remove MetaMask. It's not an abuse, so we're not going to select that. So there you go. We're going to remove it. Now we're going to go ahead and download another one. Yes, another MetaMask wallet. Bam. Add to Chrome, add extension. And as that's downloading, let's go ahead and pause the video. I'll continue here shortly. So once that is downloaded, you want to go ahead and start a new MetaMask account. Now, what are we doing, you might ask, right? This is basically this is what's considered a dummy wallet. A dummy wallet is just there to be there to access MetaMask. We're using MetaMask as our interface, but it's not going to be our method to our hard wallet recover or seed phrase. So this is only as an interface. That is it. Again, why we want to jump away from the Trezor interface is because it doesn't carry the Binance Smart Chain. It's not user friendly. I don't like it personally. It's quite difficult to manage or work your way around. You can use it. It's just not my cup of tea. So we're going to go ahead and create wallet. Now, especially for you drippers and animal farmers out there, it's definitely not going to be your cup of tea because there's no Binance. So let's go ahead and create wallet, agree to the terms. We're going to make this same password as our previous. Okay, create. Go through the steps, and we're going to have our dummy seed phrase. Again, you will never have money on this account, so keep that in mind. This is strictly to have as your interface. So we're going to go ahead and click next. All right. Congratulations, you now have your dummy wallet. Can't wait. We're almost there, folks. We're almost there. It's going to be worth it in the end. So this is our new wallet account. I'm going to go ahead and, just for the sake of my organization, I'm going to put this as my YouTube guide dummy wallet. Okay. So once you're at this interface, I do have my Trezor wallet currently plugged in. At this point, you're going to want to select right here in the top corner, and you're going to click this button and you're going to say connect hard wallet. Right now, once you have that step set, you want to select Trezor. And of course, in the future, we will be doing the Ledger, and I will stop at those two. I am not going to go any further than Trezor and Ledger. So click continue. Okay, you want to allow them to have access. Yes, don't ask me again. Allow, always allow for the service. Export public key. And there you go. So now we need to make sure we type in our password here. So I selected 4-1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So here, we do not have a passphrase, folks. So there is no need to input a passphrase. In the future, I will do a video on this. I don't want newbies or people who have just started in jumping into a seed phrase. It could get a bit confusing. And if you do the wrong, if you make a mistake on the seed phrase, you could royally mess yourself up. The reason being, if you accidentally type in a long seed phrase, it could be a sentence, and you have it a very specific way, you could jeopardize yourself from not actually having access to your account. So we'll get into that later once you're a little bit more matured in the crypto world and accessing the Trezor. But for now, you just want to click enter. You don't need to type in anything. And look at that. Here we have our account 38FC. That is our account. And for you, it should also be the first option. I'm going to go ahead and click next. And voila, there you go. You are officially accessing your Trezor wallet through MetaMask. You have officially completed a migration. So yeah, guys, this is it. Now you are officially free. So to disconnect from your hard wallet, what you want to do is click here and remove account. Once you select this, now you can remove your USB from your PC, laptop, or MacBook. Bam. And just hit remove. And now you're back to the account one. Alrighty, folks, I do want to thank everybody for taking the time to learning how to do this migration. And I know this is a very extensive video. It's quite long, but this is necessary. To conclude this, it saddens me every single day when I see somebody get hacked or scammed. I am going to do everything in my power to not or to minimize. I know I can't eliminate it, but I am going to do my absolute best. Please spread the word of safety and security. Teach your friends, teach your family members, and don't give these guys the chance to even get our family or friends, right? Our loved ones need to be protected, and we want to make sure that they are absolutely free and clear from the burden of this scamming. So crypto is the Wild West, folks, and there are people out there hunting every single day. Now, in the future, I'm going to show safety methods on how to operate through Telegram. That seems to be the absolute worst. It's so sad, but there's a lot of scammers on Telegram. So for a newbie who's interested in a cryptocurrency, like Dripnetwork, for example, you're going to go scout their Telegram. You're going to go research and talk to the community and get some feedback. Lots of research goes in to understanding the fundamentals of a cryptocurrency. So be aware of what you're getting into. I don't give financial advice. I will give my opinions at some point in the future. For the sake of this video, it is strictly for safety and security. Now, this video doesn't just apply to Dripnetwork community or the animal farm. Although I am tied to those, I will go into those further in the future. But anybody who's in cryptocurrency needs to go through the measures of security. Keep that in mind, folks. I love you guys dearly. You guys is what make this happen, and I really appreciate the motivation and the feedback of needing help on this. I'm so glad I took the initiative in getting into this. Please spread the word, like, comment, subscribe. The more of you guys that do that, the faster we can get out and get this video out to those who are in need. That's it, folks. I really appreciate all your time and trouble. Again, thank you for your patience on the length of this video, but it has to be done, it has to be said. Have a good one, guys.